Now, the other thing is Forbes wrote an article about the business plan that Andrew Barry has, kind of locking up, they call them pillars of their building, to early extensions. Again, it's very good business. It's what the Indians did in the 90s that has kind of become the model for baseball.
It really is. It is sort of the Moneyball phenomenon. You know, Paul DePodesta, he was in the movie. Thanks, Jonah Hill. He's now with the Browns, and you can see the influence from it. They are doing things differently than some other NFL teams have, and different in this case is good. It has allowed them to lock up Myles Garrett before he hit the super premium level. Imagine the season that we all expect him to have this year and trying to sign him to a new contract after that. Then you're looking at making bigger cuts, because even the balloon that will come with the increase in the salary cap isn't going to cover that if you also want to pay Baker and Chubb and Denzel and some other players. So yeah, the fact that they saw ahead and there's a plan, like you said, you can see the roadmap of where they want to be and how they're going to get there. And they have a very good idea of what they need to spend on each player. I think they have a pretty good idea of the valuations and the market flow for those players. And if it behooves them to sign them early, and certainly it did in Myles' case, they're going to do it. And that's why I do expect some activity on the contract extension front this offseason. Might not be this week, might not be next week. It might be, after the final preseason game as you're leading into the season. That Labor Day weekend tends to be a busy one for the contract extension things, especially after preseason. People have a good idea of, okay, I think we're good here. And I can see that happening with at least one of the players that's going to have their hands out this year.
How important is, the financial, just the whole mindset and the way they have set up the pieces to sustaining any type of success that they're able to have?
Oh, that's critical, because again, you can't pay Myles Garrett so much that you're going to lose Baker Mayfield. And you can't pay Baker and Myles and lose Nick Chubb and Denzel Ward, and not be able to replace them with other things. One of the reasons why Sheldon Richardson was cut was because it did save them a significant amount of money, and it allows them to have some flexibility with that. Would you rather pay Sheldon Richardson at the age he's at for another year, or would you rather devote that money, be it in a cap rollover or even this offseason, to paying and locking up Baker Mayfield or Nick Chubb before they hit the high market value? And I think that's sort of the football economics that they're dealing with. And yeah, it's important to do it that way, because again, if you overspend on players and locking them up early, or wait too long and then have to franchise tag them even, as what Minnesota has done with Kirk Cousins as an example, that gets prohibitively expensive, and that can wreck a team. And the Browns are in very good shape in avoiding that. And that's part of the Barry plan, the DePodesta plan. And like you said, it does trace back to the Indians in the 90s and some of the other baseball teams. And it's interesting to see how that has infiltrated the NFL, which there never used to be player trades in the NFL. There used to, the way things have changed over the years, where they don't have the rookie bonus babies anymore, where the number one pick in the draft isn't the highest paid player on his team anymore. They are on the cusp of that revolution. It's a great place to be. It's better to be on top of that wave than crashing under it.